and they're racing. Christmas Carol is the leader and puts in a good jump. Christmas Carol is keen in first. Approaching the second fence, Notch Ballerina brings up the rear. Another good jump by the leader. Over the ace anchored in the lead about 6 lengths off the pace. Moninor is making smooth headway on the outside in second position. Notch Ballerina brings up the rear and is around 8 lengths off the lead. Another good jump by the leader. Notch Ballerina is stone last. Notch Ballerina is last. The leader jumps well again. Jive towards Stepper is back in the chasing pack about 4 lengths off the pace. Notch Ballerina is stone last. Trust each other is in the mid-division about 5 lengths off the pace. Turning right-handed. Christmas Carol heads the pack by 2. Eyecatcher is racing midfield about 6 lengths off the pace. Agent Provocateur is anchored in the lead about 8 lengths off the pace. Notch Ballerina brings up the rear and is some 9 lengths off the lead. Christmas Carol is 1 length ahead of Moninor, 3 lengths clear of Jive towards Stepper ahead of Eyecatcher, and then Ice Cold Enemy ahead of Trust Each Other from Prime Justice back to Over the Air. Coming to the next. Christmas Carol leads the way by a length. And the leaders are over the 1. The leader was good there. Radio Times brings up the rear and is over 10 lengths off the lead. Christmas Carol goes into the lead once more. Christmas Carol is the leader from Moninor clear of Jive towards Stepper. Next is Eyecatcher from Ice Cold Enemy 2 lengths clear of Prime Justice ahead Over the Air. Moninor takes up the running once more from Christmas Carol. Going right-handed. Agent Provocateur is in the rear division about 9 lengths off the pace. Jive towards Stepper is racing mid-division. Moninor leads from Christmas Carol clear of Jive towards Stepper from Ice Cold Enemy from Eyecatcher 2 lengths back to Prime Justice ahead Over the Air. Christmas Carol is pushed into the lead for Moninor. Ice Cold Enemy is back in the chasing pack about 4 lengths off the pace. Christmas Carol is 1 length ahead of Moninor just clear of Jive towards Stepper from Ice Cold Enemy ahead of Eyecatcher, a gap tall Prime Justice 2 lengths to Agent Provocateur. Trust Each Other races wide. Notch Ballerina is way back about 8 lengths off the pace. Christmas Carol is the leader for Moninor, a gap touch towards Stepper from Ice Cold Enemy from Eyecatcher 2 lengths clear of Prime Justice. Christmas Carol is the leader and puts in a good jump. Christmas Carol is 1 length ahead of Moninor, a gap back to Jive towards Stepper back to Eyecatcher ahead of Ice Cold Enemy 2 lengths clear of Prime Justice 2 lengths back to Notch Ballerina from Over the Air and then Agent Provocateur. Jive towards Stepper is in the mid-division about 4 lengths off the pace. The favourite's jump was hesitant. Moninor takes up the running from Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol goes into the lead. Radio Times brings up the rear and is over 10 lengths off the lead. Prime Justice is racing midfield. Notch Ballerina races widest of all. Christmas Carol is 1 length clear of Moninor, 2 lengths back to Eyecatcher. Next is Ice Cold Enemy. Next is Jive towards Stepper from Prime Justice. Over the Air is racing out the back. Christmas Carol leads from on or from Ice Cold Enemy back to Eyecatcher, from Jive towards Threber back to Prime Justice, 2 lengths clear of Notch Ballerina back to over the air ahead of Agent Provocateur. Notch Ballerina is buried in the chasing pack. The favourite is going well. Christmas Carol is in front from on or just clear of Ice Cold Enemy from Eyecatcher. Next is Jive towards Threber and then Prime Justice back to Notch Ballerina. The leader was good again. Agent Provocateur is in the rear division, about 9 lengths off the pace. Ice Cold Enemy is racing midfield. Christmas Carol is the leader for Modern or a gap to Catcher ahead of Ice Cold Enemy and then Jive towards Threber and then Prime Justice, 2 lengths back to Notch Ballerina. Going right-handed. Trust each other's out wide. Mononor takes up the running from Christmas Carol. Prime Justice is buried in the chasing pack, about 4 lengths off the pace. Christmas Carol is driven to lead. Over the is making smooth headway from the rear. Mononor takes it up again from Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol is driven to lead again. Radio Times is stone last. Christmas Carol is in front from Mononor, 3 lengths clear of Ice Cold Enemy ahead of Eyecatcher and then Prime Justice back to Notch Ballerina, gap back to Agent Provocateur ahead of Jive towards Threber. Going right-handed. Prime Justice is racing midfield. Christmas Carol is pushed into the lead again for Mononor. Christmas Carol is 1 length ahead of Mononor, 2 lengths clear of Eyecatcher back to Ice Cold Enemy. Next is Prime Justice ahead of Notch Ballerina. Ice Cold Enemy blundered. Agent Provocateur is pushed along mid-division. The favourite's jump was hesitant. Christmas Carol leads from Mononor, 3 lengths back to Eyecatcher and then Prime Justice. Coming to the next. Christmas Carol is 1 length clear of Mononor, just clear of Eyecatcher back to Ice Cold Enemy back to Prime Justice, just clear of Agent Provocateur ahead of Notch Ballerina, and then over there next is Radio Times. Christmas Carol leads and is niggled along by a length. Eyecatcher is pushed along in midfield, about 3 lengths off the pace. Notch Ballerina races wide, well inside the final 4 furlongs. Christmas Carol is 3 lengths ahead of Mononor, 2 lengths to Ice Cold Enemy. Next is Eyecatcher. They have 3 furlongs to go. Running to the 3rd last fence. Over that one and the leader is clear. Prime Justice. Agent Provocateur is pushed along mid-division, about 6 lengths off the pace. Inside the final 2 furlongs. Ice Cold Enemy is racing midfield and under pressure a long way off the pace. Christmas Carol is 6 lengths clear of Eyecatcher back to Mononor. Inside the final furlong. Notch Ballerina is under pressure out the back. Christmas Carol has 5 in hand of Eyecatcher. Christmas Carol has 6 in hand of Eyecatcher.